Today's video is going to be another episode of my Scrabble TBR game in which a game of Scrabble helps me decide what I am going to read. In today's video, I will be spelling 5 words, and those 5 words are going to be reading prompts that I must complete in the months of July and August. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jackie, and Scrabble TBR is my TBR game that I have been playing on my channel for a few years now. There will be a complete Scrabble TBR game playlist in the description of this video. Please subscribe if you want to see more episodes. Last month, I did successfully complete all the prompts on my TBR, and this month, I don't have anything in particular that I'm really looking to get on the TBR. I do think since it is summertime, I do want to read some just fun books, some thrillers, some mysteries. I do have 2 arcs on NetGalley that I do plan to read in the next couple months. One is publishing in August, and I believe the other is publishing in September. And those arcs are 5 Found Dead by Sulari Gentile and 640 from Montreal by Ava Jursic. I'm sorry if I am saying her name wrong. And these are both mysteries set on trains. I love a good train mystery, so I think I may actually film a vlog in August where I read these together, potentially with a 3rd book. But since I'm only picking 5 prompts for 2 months, I'm not going to be overly concerned with getting these on the official TBR. We're just gonna throw back to past Jackie to see what prompts she spelled. All right, these are the words that I spelled last time we played the game. Still have the special tiles, and to start, I only need 2 more letters. L, U, Euro. Wow, I kind of it bothers me when they're not straight. I'm sorry. So for this, I'm gonna pick a book that is set in Europe. And let's see, the only thing we have here is the triple letter score on the U. So this would become 3, 4, 5, 6. The first prompt is Euro, and for this, I am going to read a book that is set in Europe. I also challenged myself to pick a book set in continental Europe because I read a lot of books set in Britain as is. I really love English history and culture, so I wanted to pick something a little different. And what I ended up choosing is The Girl from the Grand Hotel by Camille Aubry. This is actually not a book that I've ever heard of before, but I saw it at my library and the cover really got my attention. And in hindsight, I actually could have used this book for another one of the prompts on this TBR too, so stay tuned for that. This book is set during the summer of 1939, the last summer before the outbreak of World War II, and it takes place at the Grand Hotel at the time of the first ever Cannes Film Festival. The main character, Annabelle, has come from New York City to the French Riviera because her uncle is the manager at this Grand Hotel. A lot of Hollywood stars are all coming to stay at the hotel for this first ever Cannes Film Festival, and Annabelle is tasked with keeping her eye out on these famous people. However, tensions rise when guests from a certain German fascist movement arrive at the hotel. Tensions rise, and soon Annabelle finds herself engaged in murder, intrigue, and a race against the clock. So this is going to be the first book on the July and August TBR. I hope it's a good one. E, D, and R. For this, I am spelling elder. And I mean, let's be honest, I have a certain book in mind already that I've really been wanting to read, and that's gonna work for this prompt. So there's only the double letter, So E becomes worth 2. 2 plus 2 is 4, 5, 6, 7.
Next, Elder, a book with elderly characters, and I spelled this solely so that I could read The Last Devil to Die by Richard Osman. This is the last Thursday Murder Club book that I have to read before I'm caught up on the series, and now would be a great time to get caught up because the next Thursday Murder Club book, I believe, is coming out this autumn. And the film adaptation is coming out on Netflix soon, which I am very, very excited for. The Thursday Murder Club is one of my favorite mystery series. It follows a group of senior citizens living in a British retirement village who are all interested in true crime. They form a group called the Thursday Murder Club, and across the series, they find themselves investigating real life mysteries. The Dust Jacket says that in this book, the gang find themselves investigating the murder of an old friend, and I have heard from pretty much every single person who's reviewed this book that it is a tearjerker. So, Richard Osman, I am ready to have my heart broken, okay? I don't know if a mystery novel has ever made me cry, but you know what? Challenge accepted. I am ready to have my heart broken. But then hopefully Richard Osman will put it back together with his witty writing and delightful cast of characters.
L. H. T. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need one more. Let's go this one. I. So I think here is the best spot to spell it, right? Hotel. Something that is set at or involves a hotel. So this is going to be a double word score. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16.
Okay, so this is the other prompt that I could have used The Girl from the Grand Hotel for, but I did in fact pick another book for this prompt, Hotel. This is a book that I really wanted to read ever since I first heard about this before it even came out. The title immediately piqued my interest, and that is The Hitchcock Hotel by Stephanie Roble. In this book, there is a man named Alfred who is obsessed with the famous director Alfred Hitchcock. They even share a name after all. And Alfred has purchased this hotel, which he has basically turned into a Hitchcock shrine. It is Hitchcock themed, it has Hitchcock memorabilia, and he invites his friends from college film club to come celebrate the hotel's first anniversary. Now, this is the first time all of the friends are getting together in 16 years because the last time they saw each other, something horrible happened. The synopsis on Goodreads sort of implies that Alfred has lured them all here for some sort of sinister purpose, and soon one or more people are going to end up dead because a Hitchcock tribute isn't complete without a body, after all. I am not the biggest Hitchcock fan in the world. I don't claim to be, though I have seen several of his classic suspense films, and the concept of this Hitchcock themed hotel where bodies start dropping just sounds so interesting to me. I also read a Stephanie Roble book in the past and enjoyed it, so I am anxious to see what I think of this one. My library does not have a physical copy, but Libby does have an audiobook, so I'm actually going to be listening to this one on audio. I'm not a huge audiobook listener, though I have been giving them more chances recently, so hopefully it'll be an hopefully it'll be an enjoyable listening experience.
U. O. L. And this is the last one, right? Yeah. A. I'm holding it weird. There you go. A. I'm going to go with Jewel. as in dual timelines or dual perspectives. I will have to look through the Goodreads reviews on this one to figure out what books have dual timelines or dual perspectives, but there should be a decent amount of thrillers on my TBR that have that. Okay, so this is also a double word. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 points for that.
Next, dual. For this, I wanted to pick a book with dual timelines or dual perspectives. And I actually haven't committed to one book yet, so sound off in the comments and let me know which one you think I should pick for this prompt. Or maybe I should read both. You let me know. For this prompt, I'm considering 2 backlist thrillers that I've had on my TBR for quite some time. One has dual perspectives and one has dual timelines, according to Goodreads reviewers. Obviously, I haven't read the books yet, but based on the Goodreads reviews, it sounds like that's what they have. The first book that I'm considering is The Lies I Tell by Julie Clark, and this is a thriller about 2 women, one of whom is a con woman, and Kat, the other main character, has been waiting years to get revenge on her. Our con woman character has gone by many different names over the years: Meg, Maggie, Melody, but the one thing we do know about her is that years ago she upended Kat's life, and it looks like Kat now has a scheme of her own. Years ago, I read The Last Flight by Julie Clark, and I remember that I enjoyed it, though to be honest, it's been so long, I really don't remember what happened in the book, but I remember I enjoyed it at the time, and my mom has read The Lies I Tell, and she told me she thought it was good, so this has been on my TBR for like 3 years. Maybe this month I'll read it. The other option that I'm considering for this prompt is another thriller that I've had on my TBR for 3 years, and it's also from an author I've read before. This is Keep It in the Family by John Mars. According to Goodreads reviewers, this book has dual timelines. In one of the timelines, we're following this couple named Mia and Finn. Mia is pregnant, and they've just moved into this house together to start their family home before their baby arrives. However, they discover a very sinister message while they are renovating the house. She becomes obsessed, and it soon turns out that there might be an actual real danger she needs to protect her family from in the present. I've read a couple John Mars books. I've really enjoyed all of them, and this one's been on my TBR for quite some time, so I don't know. I kind of want to read this one too. Maybe I'll try to read both of them if I can, but if anyone out there has read either of these and there's one that you really think I need to make a priority, do let me know in the comment section.
R M F. No, I'll use my special blank because this is a triple. Okay, inform. So I think for this, I'm going to use this prompt to mean like a nonfiction book and informative book. Okay, so this has 2 triple letters. So the M becomes 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. The special blanks are worth 3, right? So that becomes another 9. So now we're at 24, 25. Okay, I'm really bad at mental math, so I had to take a second there, but I think I got it.
And for the last prompt, I'm going to read a nonfiction book. I chose Femina, A New History of the Middle Ages Through the Women Written Out of It by Janina Ramirez. I bought this years ago on a trip to London, and I think it's about time that I actually read it after owning it for, I don't know, like 3 or 4 years? I forget. I really love history. I love royal history, and some of my favorite nonfiction books to read are ones that focus on women from history who maybe don't get the credit they deserve. I picked this up on that trip because I heard people say really good things about it. So, about time that I get to it, this is going to be the final book on my July and August TBR.
Those are the prompts for my July and August TBR. Tune back in September to see what I'll spell next.
Thank you all so much for being here today. Let me know what you plan to read this month in the comment section. And if you want to show your support, please give this video a like and drop a sun emoji in the comment section. If you would like to watch previous episodes of my Scrabble TBR game, I will link the entire playlist here on the screen. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye!